Yeah, also guys, today we're going to be doing my 2026 setup tour. Not setup tour, settings tour. So it's gonna be going through like my settings and shit, like people have been asking me to shit my settings and that. So general. I'm not really gonna go through all this, like performance metrics. If you want to know your PC stuff, you can. It's your choice. You don't have to prep, but I'll always have that on manual. Okay. Always play with that on manual. Alright, match replays, have it on and off if you want. I have it on for when we play like scrims and shit, you know, so we can VOD review. Text channels, obviously, all. If you don't want to play with anyone or speak to anyone who's crossplay, that's your choice, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now we're gonna go to HUD. I'm not really gonna like go through all this shit 'cause it'll take like 20 years. So I'm just gonna like slowly scroll through it, or you can like pause or like slow the video down if you want to change it to IF. Just like so. We've got audio settings, obviously have the game in your language. Um, yeah. Then we have like subtitles. I prefer subtitles off, honestly. I don't need them. But it's whatever you want. Dynamic range. Alright, I play with high because I like to know what's going on everywhere. Okay, like some people, they will like that. So low, it just puts less strain in your ears. High, that's just like so you can like hear everything pretty much. Tinnitus, bro, have that on muted. Like when you have it on ringing, it rings in your ear. It's annoying. When we have it on wave, it's really weird. I put my game volume on 100 so I can hear everything. Um, Obviously. SFX down 100 as well. In-game music volume 0. Okay, we do not want to hear the music for the prep phase, the action phase, and after action report. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm a little like ill right now, so if I'm like mouth breathing and shit, that's why. My nose is currently completely blocked. Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. Menu SFX, I have that on 100, so I can hear like the interaction sounds like this. Yeah, anyway, don't really matter. Menu music, I don't really like the menu music being like on too loud. I really like it on at all, but I have it on because sometimes when I load my game, I think, oh, my headset's not working for the game. Like, if I can hear the volume and shit. Voiceovers, no, I should have it on 100 because I have it on a minimal. So I would advise having it on either minimal or team focused, okay? If you have it on maximum, you're gonna hear like the law voiceovers where it's like I don't know, like when Fenrir and Deimos talk, like you don't want to hear that in your game, honestly. Obviously we have like minimal. That's just so you can hear like if they make a sound. You know what I'm saying? Voiceover out of that off, it's annoying. Mute on unfocused. Um, yeah, we don't really care about that. Input device. Use whatever microphone you're using. Um, you know, voice chat. We want that on so we can speak to our teammates. If you're in the UK, like me, it's GG's. You can't hear your teammates because of the laws. Anyway, then we have a voice chat volume. That's personal preference. Like I haven't speak to anyone anyway, so yeah, it's not very good. Um, Input mode. We don't want to be playing on open so everybody can hear us. Okay, like if your mum's shouting at you in the background, you don't want the people in your team to hear that. Okay. Then we have voice chat input volume. If you have a loud mic, put that shit all the way down to like 20. Okay. Uh, Mine's like I won't say it's loud. I won't say it's quiet. So we're just gonna put it on 80 because sometimes it don't pick up. Type shit. Then we're gonna go on to the juicy stuff. So for your display tab, so you're gonna want if you have two graphics card, put it in your best graphics card. You want this on your main monitor, obviously. I only have one monitor because I'm on two monitors. I didn't really like it. Resolution, play 1920 by 1080, okay? Yeah. Just going my throat. play 1920 by 1080, okay? You you don't need to be on like this shit or like this shit. You know, play 1920 by 1080, full screen. Your refresh rate, right? You can only go up to 360 in Siege because for some reason on the servers you can't go any higher. So just cap to 360 unless you play borderless or is it windowed? I think you can go to 360. Um, yeah. Anyway, aspect ratio. Okay, this is personal preference, right? I like 5:4, but I feel like it's too stretched, and I have no FOV, like not field of view, but like peripheral vision. So 4:3 is kind of a sweet spot. I know a lot of people like 3:2 because it's like a mix of 16:10 and 4:3. 16:10 is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend 5:3. That's basically native. Yeah, we don't want to be playing on these. Okay, these are terrible. If I see any, if I see anyone on these aspect ratios, we'll have problems. Okay. Anyway, let's get past that. Yeah, so I play 4:3. Experiment around a bit, use what you want. That's your choice of VSync. Have that off always. Just never ever use it, honestly. FPS limit. If you're on a PC that goes like that can only reach like 144, even 144 Hz, you can limit if you want. But I play with it off. Widescreen letterbox. Never play with this shit on, bro. It looks like a movie. Okay, don't do it for me because I'm on all three, but it looks like a movie. We don't want to be playing with this shit. Field of view. Okay, I would recommend staying between 82 and 90. We don't want to be going to like 60. I know some people play 60 and whatever, but that's not my shit. I don't think it'll be your guys' shit. Anyway, moving on. HUD display area is just like the size of your HUD in game. You know, we have menu. I like mine on 90. You know, it's good even in the middle. Stuff. Brightness. I play 65 because my monitor settings are pretty dark. I don't want to see anybody playing like 20 or like 100 or 80. You want to stay between like 50 and 70, I'd say. That's like the sweet spot if I was like going to say. But, you know, it's whatever. Right, now we have graphics, okay? If you have a bad PC and your PC is like CPU based and the CPU is better, play with this with on plus boost, okay? But if you have a good PC, just play with it on because you know it just does both. It optimizes your PC, and obviously low latency mode, blah 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 blah. Right, overall quality. What we're gonna do for graphics is all low, right? Keep this shit on maximum. I see people turn it low. We don't want to do that. Okay. So now we've turned this all low. We're gonna go into shadow quality. Go medium. Okay. And then we're going to go down to ambient occlusion. Nope, wrong one. Lens effects. Put on blue. Makes your charms look nice. Yeah, I won't even touch this, to be honest. It's not really amazing. Put these all low. And go off. Boom. Okay. Apply. Then that's it. Your graphics are sorted. They're the best graphics. Controls. Drone speed boost. I'm on hold or toggle. What do you guys like? What you used to, you know, type shit. Raw input. Play with that on. As it says, improves reactivity. I feel weird at first, but trust me. If I ever see anybody play with mouse look conversion, I will crash out. This shit is not good. If you look up, you look down. If you look left, you look right. Like, it's not good. Alright, so one of the sensors, I'm actually on 4.5 on 800 DPI, but I'm using a multiplier, which is 0.002 on 1600 DPI to get 4.5. So I divides my sense by 10 or some shit. I can make a video on how to change it if you want, or you can just look up spoilers, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, I play 4.5. Use whatever you feel is nice, I guess, or smooth. You know, my ADS settings 32, 58. These just all feel good to me anyway. You know, going down. Um, I don't like using scroll wheel personally, but it's whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Gadget deployment advanced, you know, that's obviously you're on deployment advanced, so you don't instantly hop on your drone and then die. Hold on, like, alright, I play hold to lean because when I started this shit was changed to hold. So I would recommend playing toggle. But I'm just used to hold to lean, okay? Sprint. I would play whatever you want, honestly, it's personal preference. I'm lazy, so I play toggle. Same for crouch, play whatever you want. I'm prone, I'm just lazy, you know. Walk, um, yeah, hold to walk. We don't want to see toggle walk. I can show you my controls. I'm not gonna like go through them all individually. You can just pause the video and like look. You know what I'm saying? Also, no, I don't know if it's too fast, but you know, it's my first video like this. So you know, I'm not gonna go through control settings. This is what you want to do, honestly. Screen shake off. Never play with that. Motion blur. Play with it off because when you play with it on, it gets like the red shit around your screen. And you can't really see. You know what I'm saying? I've already gone through this. Play with it muted. Dynamic range. Whatever you want. This is all your personal preference, honestly. Um, yeah, these are mine. You know. Optic color, honestly, play whatever you want. That's up to you. Optic capacity, 120, whatever. I used to play 20. I like it. I don't know. And that was my settings video. Um, I'll see you in the next video.